Although there are many applications that enable remote working at real life jobs in a virtual environment, Nathan Sudds is someone who has created a space that encourages co working in the metaverse as often as possible. Much like shared or co opted workspaces in real life, such as the famous WeWork and other businesses, Nathan has taken a network opportunity for people from all over the world who already do remote work to step it up a notch and remote work together. Based in Canada, but a frequent traveler to other countries and continents, Nathan has built a real world and online network of immersed users who meet regularly in Horizon Workrooms to work together at least once a week in a dedicated workspace called 24/7 Workrooms. These users and others also meet in a weekly networking meeting in the same space dedicated to pure sharing of ideas, getting to know each other, and introducing their best practices and future plans for their metaverse working environments. Nathan also plans to expand these working groups to other applications like immersed and spatial. Welcome, Nathan.
Well, I'm Nathan Sudds. I'm a digital nomad basically. I travel the world for the last 10 years, a few months at a time in different countries. And my interest in VR has really been about connecting people and also being connected to people, this sense of community. And I host a virtual reality meetup on Fridays in this space right here, actually, Workrooms. And I'm just trying to see what people are wanting to do with the metaverse and what they're wanting to do with work and VR and the future of it. And so we get this table gets a lot longer. We get 16 plus people in the room, however many people we can get on the screen, total of 50. And yeah, people from all over the world, from Egypt, from Netherlands, from Hong Kong, from Japan, U.S., Canada, and myself, I was in Thailand when I first started hosting these events, and now I'm in Canada. And the coolest part for me about VR is just that ability to be anywhere but still connect with the same people, still be in proximity to other people. Like right now, Alice and I, we feel like we're in the same space. I don't feel like I'm far away from each other, and we can reach out and high five each other and things like that in the metaverse. What I'm working on right now and what I've been doing more recently is co-working in the metaverse. So we'll actually sit at this table, work on our individual things, and then take a break and connect and talk about what we're working on, and then check in and have some accountability. And I'd really see the metaverse being a place where a lot of things that we would like to be doing, we can do. And business wise, there's just so much potential when it comes to creating community. I think there's a sense of community is also very important to business, right? Like many businesses don't have a real connected community, and the ones that do seem to be the ones that are surviving a lot of the challenging times in business because they've got a community behind it. They've got people are connected to each other. They're connected to the brand, and how much more connected if you could actually meet people from the community, meet your customers and your clients, and in I'll say in person, because to me this feels like in person as much as meeting someone in person does. I don't know if I'm sure you have a similar experience, but there's an
Yeah.
energy when people land. I mean, we can't show it here right now, but when someone beams in, it kind of almost has a Star Trek like beaming quality coming in. And then once they're in, there's this energy about like someone new's in the room and high five and like, hey, where are you from? And what are you doing? And learning about each other. And so it really feels like if you were to walk into a room where a bunch of people are already connected, it feels the same way. And I tell the story a lot of times about what really got me into VR was my family. I was like 12,000 kilometers away. It was the middle of COVID, or beginning of COVID, I guess, and the holiday season was coming up, and I knew they were feeling kind of disconnected, and I was feeling like far away from them. And I thought this would be really cool if I get VR headsets and connect with them in those ways. And so we were, instead of being 12,000 kilometers away, we were fishing on the banks of a river in Korea, together, or we were, we're playing ping pong together, or we were wandering the world in the Wander app together. And that's, you know, really where I saw the possibilities of connection in VR was with family first. And then it was like, oh, my friend in Vancouver or my friend in British Columbia, who I used to sit next to and co-work together with, I can't do that, but now I can again. So right away I called him and said, hey, you gotta get a headset. We gotta get a headset, and then we sit in here and we co-work together, and it feels just like if we were sitting in a co-working space in Victoria, doing some work together. So it just shortens the distances, between people. And the thing that's interesting is I think it doesn't. I mean, yes, there's a screen in front of my eyes right now. Many people that might be the exact same thing, like, oh, we're just trading one screen for another, but the feeling is very different and the experience is very different. And so, um, I still think there's lots of connection possibility with the internet, with mobile, with Instagram and Snapchat and all the other things. But I think VR takes it to the next level, and once you experience that, all of the ideas start, going, and the gears start turning because hitting the limit. You got something to say, Tink?
Yeah. Is the Thursday co-working time the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
10 a.m. 10 a.m. for 3 hours. And actually, we're working on an evening one next week too. And we may
Yes.
even try some co-working workrooms. I mean, in Immersed as well. I'm just waiting for them to give me the go-ahead to do a co-working meetup in there.